Well, Rui, we're finally here. Well, actually, we've been here for a while, but we've finally unlocked the door. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. In the last episode, we obtained the yellow key here from Ein, and also obtained the Master Ball from Egan, back at Argot Village, and also short, what was his name? Cypher Peon Diogi, that guy, and caught his Shadow Heracross, which was pretty cool. Great party member if you still need to add one. And today we are heading into the main base here at Realgam Tower. Sorry, my PDA went off, and it's not the noise. The noise is fine, and actually I don't think I've ever shown this off, but you can actually set like different alert tones. I love that one. We're going for it. It's the fact that my controller violently vibrates, like violently shakes like mad, and it just catches me off guard every single time. Shadow Pokemon list. Net from the under. Dazzer, I did it. I analyzed the data ROM and managed to extract a partial list of Shadow Pokemon. For the time being, I've identified 29 Shadow Pokemon. There appear to be more, so I'll send updates when I find them. Aha, okay, not much we can do with that information, so let's just head into the base of Realgam Tower here, and hello, fanfare please, congratulations! You're the 1000th guest to enter Realgam Tower since its opening. Yeah, like as if, we just opened today. So that's not likely, I hiccup there, and we have a battle. And I'm not going to speed through this one because it's kind of required, so I kind of wanted to show it. Plus, this guy actually has some interesting Pokemon, namely that Nuzleaf there. Oh, interesting indeed, and that Graveler can also be a bit of a pain. You'll see what I mean. He usually does this thing straight away, like on his first move, so maybe he'll do it, maybe he won't. I mean, you'll soon see. And as you can see, like I said, the Pokemon in this part of Realgam Tower are really low level. Like, I'm not quite sure, actually low kick isn't going to do much. I'm not quite sure how they thought putting the Pokemon here at a low level is interesting, but there you go, they did. Okay, he's actually going to fake out him on top, which is kind of annoying. That wasn't the interesting move that I was, mentioning, but as you can see, wow, critical, whoa, hello Nuzleaf, you got hit hard, man. I'm going to go for the triple kick on Nuzleaf again, and the low kick on Graveler. Graveler's tightening its focus, so yeah, that's a bit weird. The Graveler has... oh no! Giga Drain, oh, okay. The Graveler has Focus Punch, which is an interesting move. It's really powerful, but it will only activate if it doesn't get hit in that turn. So as we can see, we hit it there, so this means Graveler will lose its focus and couldn't move. It's a really, really strong fighting type move, and as long as you don't get hit in the turn, it can do a lot of damage. Come on, please hit this time. Okay, there we go. So the move that I was actually going to say was quite weird is it's Nuzleaf knows Explosion, which is a bit bizarre, but hey ho, there we go. Nuzleaf is out, Graveler sadly protected itself, and that's usually what the Graveler will do, protect while the Nuzleaf explodes. It's really strange, but there we go, we took care of it. Alright, he's got a Hariyama now. Protected itself, of course. So I think with Equilibrium, we're going to triple kick the Hariyama. I mean, there's not much else we can do. Unless we use Earthquake. Let's try that, actually. Let's go for Detect and Earthquake. If this Hariyama is I was going to say if this Hariyama is faster than us, then it's going to be a waste, but oh well. It was a waste. Twiglet flinched. Oh, Graveler used Self-Destruct. Oh. Okay, well that's fine. I mean, Equilibrium still protected itself. Hariyama takes a lot of damage there. Twiglet is quite highly defensive, so that shouldn't do too much. That did hardly anything. That was a good move on my part. It wasn't what I meant to do, but hey ho, there we go. Graveler down. I think he's only got... I think Hariyama is his last Pokemon. Oh no, he does have one more. He's got a Lombre. Okay. It's a really strange set of Pokemon from this guy, but oh well. I'm going to go for a triple kick with the Lombre, and I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. Oh, not another Fake Out. Can you stop it with a Fake Out, please? You're just stalling the inevitable. Okay, hopefully the triple kick does enough. At least it actually hit this time, jeez. Oh wow, that was just one hit and not even critical. Dang. Dang, you got the triple kick going, man. You got the triple kick going. Arm Thrust is going to do a lot to Twiglet. 17 hit points per attack. Actually didn't do too much. We flinched because of the fake out, but that's fine. We'll do exactly what we did last time. They can't fake us out this time, so that's pretty great. Hopefully we can do enough on the Lombre to knock it out. A little bit more. There we go. Lovely. So hopefully the Rock Slide actually hits Hariyama, and then that'll be that guy taken care of. Lovely jubbly. Alright, there we go. Got an arm thrust coming from Hariyama again. Oh, that's going to take out Twiglet. Yep, bye-bye Twiglet. I'm sorry, you tried. You tried. There was a critical hit there at the end. Which means we are going to have someone fast enough to take care of Hariyama, but Hariyama is a slow Pokemon. Let's send out Vulcan. Vulcan hasn't seen a lot of screen time recently, so I feel like that's a good plan. Good plan. Plus, I want to see who's quicker, Equilibrium or Vulcan. Let's go for a Flame Wheel. Vulcan is quicker. There we go. Good to know. Same base stats as Charizard, if you didn't know. That's Typhlosion. Just obviously doesn't have the flying type, and different moves. Alright, interesting trainer, but I like how they throw things around a little bit, mix things up. Sorry, you don't need to get so steamed over my little white lie. Liars are the scummiest of people. Heh, I bet I made you happy when I said you were the 1000th guess. Isn't that right? Sure. So in this room, actually in this floor, full of these Pseudo-Widow statues, everyone you see, except for that guy at the back there, will challenge you to a battle, even if you go in that room there. If you try and go in that room, someone will bash down the door and try and battle you. However, if we go into this... Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting her to battle, like, through sight. I didn't want to battle you just yet. What I'll do, I'll hone my skills and position myself as a charismatic trainer. Yeah, so I will show that battle, just not then. It's a bit strange. You want to go into this room here, because there's one other, like, important battle that I want to show you, and that's against this guy over here. Oops, not my PDA. So what I'll be doing is through the rest of the episode, I'll be speeding up all of the matches. But for this one, I kind of want to show this guy off, so... because there's a lot of battles down here, and I kind of want to do them all, but I want to show them all, and I don't want to skip them all. At the same time, I don't want to commentate through all of them. Welcome, it's been a while, hasn't it? You don't recall who I am? It's me. We met quite a while ago in Fenax City. Yes, we have Rosso. My name is Rosso. You may or may not remember me, but don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. You snagged my Quilava back then. Yeah, you remember now. Well, pal, today's the day. It's payback time. So I didn't send out Vulcan just to mess with this guy. I sent him out because he's a low level. But yeah, if you did not snag your starter of choice back in Fenax City, this is your chance to get it, and this is your unlimited chance to get it as well. Basically, when you beat this guy, he'll remain here until you snag his Shadow Quilava, or whatever starter you picked back at Fenax City. He will remain here. Oh, do you want to do that? He will remain here, and... Actually, did I want to do that? I think I want to use Flame Wheel against Grumpig, and I want to use Psybeam against Muck. He will remain here. All you have to do is hop on one of the transporters and come back, and he will rebattle you, and he'll still be here until you snag his Shadow Pokemon, and then he'll disappear for good. But don't worry, infinite chances to catch the Shadow Pokemon if you did not get it. Wow. Back in Fenax City, but chances are you did. As for the other two Mystery Troopers, or whatever they're called, you do get a chance to snag their other Johto starters. It's just not yet. You got a little bit to wait, I'm afraid. You catch them in the post-game. So defense is sharply raised, that's fine. I think I'm going to Flame Wheel the Muck and return on the Grumpig, maybe? Maybe that's going to do a little bit more damage. Not a lot. This Grumpig is a bit tanky, isn't he? Alright, Flame Wheel on the Muck. Take care of that. Very good. So yeah, it's actually reminiscent of the Pokemon that he had back in Fenax City. I think he had a Grimer and a Spoink, so that's now a Muck and a Grumpig, so that's pretty cool. Alright, here comes another Shadow Ball. Oof, that's doing a lot of damage. I might have to jump out from Espeon, especially since the special defense just fell. That's kind of bad. Actually, this is the only Pokemon he's got. Well then. Wonder if a Psybeam isn't going to be very effective, but it's still one of our most powerful moves. It didn't do much. Grumpig is probably going to take out Espeon in this turn, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, Shadow Ball, here we go. That's going to take out Espeon for sure. Yeah, with a critical hit as well, of course. Okay, so with that done, let's send out Umbreon. Why not? the two that we began with, plus Feint Attack is super effective against Grumpig. So we'll Flame Wheel it, and we'll also Feint Attack it. So yeah, a fairly simple battle. Like I said, this guy will remain here as long as... Wow, that didn't take him out. As long as you haven't captured his Shadow Pokemon, but then he disappears once that is done. Alright, super effective indeed. Grumpig fainted. Very good, very fine. And Vulcan grew to level 44. That's just what I wanted to do. Just what I wanted to do. But blast it! I can't lose again! And this is the last time we'll ever see Mystery Trooper Rosso. In fact, we don't even see him. He's gone. Poof. Okay, so what I want to do is, actually before I fight everyone on this floor, I'm going to go heal back at that Pokemon Center. And I'm going to speed through all of the battles, starting with you, who battled me earlier. So you do actually get to see that battle, but you're just going to see it now, rather than earlier. So I'm going to pass you over to Future Dazza, who's going to commentate over this next bit. Thank you very much, Past Dazza. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up, pal. Anyway, breaking the full fall aside, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about the series and the game, since I haven't actually had one of these speed-up moments since Jewel Square back in Pyrite, and surprisingly enough, we're very close to the end of our journey here. We'll be wrapping up in a few episodes or so. And it's very bittersweet for me, because Colosseum is one of my top 10 favorite games of all time, and the end of the game doesn't really creep up on you. It's sort of like, you know, one moment you're snagging a Shadow Raikou, and then boom, Realgam Tower, final area of the game. Now that's not to say that we're close to finishing the series though. Colosseum is a pretty hefty post-game, because even after defeating the final boss here, we won't have encountered all of the Shadow Pokemon. Like I've mentioned, at least the final 2 Johto starters aren't available until after you beat the game, so there's that. Plus there's some exploring to do in a new area, and a huge Mount Battle challenge that I will be completing twice. You can technically do it 3 times, but I'll be completing it twice. I won't be showing all 200 battles, mind you, because that's just needlessly wasting video time, and anybody that uploads something like that is just out of their mind, because no one wants to watch that. I will be showing the 100th battle in both story mode and battle mode though, because I want to show what rewards you get for doing both. So I've actually been extremely lucky in my playthrough and managed to snag all of the Shadow Pokemon on their first encounter, but when we do go through the post-game story, because there is a bit of a story to it, it's not just open world exploration, I do want to show where you can find any Shadow Pokemon that have not yet been snagged, and this was something I wanted to do from the start, but I faced a pretty big problem. I wasn't sure on all of the locations, and every single online guide that I read had at least 10-20 different conflicts with other guides, and I couldn't get a solid answer for every Pokemon. This leads to some overkill research on my part, where I went through the entire game on another memory card, deliberately did not snag any Pokemon until I had finished the post-game story, and then went around to see where you could get all of the Pokemon in the game one last time. I've said numerous times throughout the story that your reward for catching and purifying every Pokemon available is pretty great, so I wanted to make sure that I was given correct and accurate information for this. Speaking about that reward, actually, I don't think the game itself, nor the instructional manual, or anything that came with the game tells you how to get this reward, so yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. That does lead me to quickly mention the premise behind the game. I mean, people sometimes wonder why Rui goes along with the protagonist, even though within the first 30 minutes of the game she finds out he used to be a Team Snag'em member. You know, one of the bad guys. I think it's pretty obvious, but it is open to interpretation, and I wanted to give my interpretation, right? So your character at the beginning of the game steals the snag machine and blows up the base so that Team Snag'em can no longer snag people's Pokemon, which to me shows that he's like fed up of seeing the damage caused by Team Snag'em. He then uses the snag machine to steal the Shadow Pokemon from their trainers, because these Shadow's Pokemon were distributed by Cypher and not actually caught by the trainers and formed an emotional bond with them. I mean, how can you form an emotional bond with a Pokemon that has the door to its heart locked? We then purify the Pokemon hearts, thus helping them and giving them a loving home. You know, Rui knows that you're the good guy, or at least trying to do some good now, and she wants to help you out. Anyway, that's just what I think the reasoning behind the story is, and your idea may be different, and I welcome you to share it in the comment section, but I also want to take this opportunity to talk about the elephant in the room, that with the exception of the forced Colosseum challenge in Pyrite before we took on Mirror B, I haven't actually shown any of the Colosseum battles in the game at all, and the game is called Pokémon Colosseum. So my reasoning behind it is kind of twofold. Number one is that it's just 4 rounds of 4 double battles, and in the end you get money and TMs, which are both very helpful, but it's just battling. I mean, there's 3 Colosseums, 4 battles, 4 rounds, that's what, 4 4s are 16 times 3 is 40. That's 48 double battles. Do you really want to sit through and watch all of that? The second reason is that up until recently, we've been pretty underleveled to comfortably take on the Colosseums. For example, the Fennex Stadium has mostly unevolved Pokemon that start at level 40 and stay at that level. We could easily done that really. Pyrite Colosseum, now the Pokemon start at level 50 and end in the mid 50s, so it's a bit tougher, but since we have a full team of 6 Pokemon and they get healed in between battles, I think we could take it on. The Under Colosseum, on the other hand, starts in the mid 50s and ends in the late 50s, and the Pokemon are actually pretty tough there. I think that would be a big challenge, so I wanted to wait to take it on until our team was a bit higher leveled and could hold their own a little bit more. So that being said, between the end of this episode and the beginning of the next episode, I'm going to use the Colosseum battles to help level up my Pokemon to around about the level 60 mark, because this final area of the game has a massive difficulty spike compared to level 40 Pokemon we're battling now, and also I want to get all of the Colosseum rewards. Now with all that out of the way, I think it's about time that I kick you on over back to Past Dazza, who is probably finishing up all of these battles by now, so Past Dazza, take it away. Thank you very much, Future Dazza. Well, that was a lot of battling, wasn't it? And we gained a few levels, but nothing to report in terms of like new moves, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well indeed. So all we have left to do on this floor now is to speak to this shady looking guy over here. Shh, Dazza, it's me, Silver. I snuck in here under disguise. I surprised you, huh? That's not important though. The word is that Cypher's boss is waiting for the both of you at the top of the tower. And he's supposed to have the ultimate shadow Pokemon. Dazza, Rui, good luck, and please be careful, always. Yes, let's head up this elevator, because we've got a little bit more to do in today's episode, just a little bit more. And I like how Rui's at the front of us in the elevator here, but now we're at the front and she's at the back. Just a little bit of shifting around in the elevator. And here we have him. It's Naskur. Ah, you finally reached me. I must say that I am impressed. Dazza and Rui, I welcome you to the Realgam Tower. My name is Naskur. Do you remember the time that we met at Fennex City? I did have the feeling that I would one day face you in battle, but I never imagined that it would be the one to seek me out here. I read that wrong, didn't I? Very soon we will be ready to greet your arrival in style. I will go ahead and wait for you. Don't keep me waiting too long. So before we head up those stairs and chase Naskur up the elevator in front of that Entei statue, which is pretty cool. Dazza, quick, we have to chase him. Next episode. Before we do that, there's a room over to the left here. You're going to want to go in here because this, after all that, is your save and healing room. But before we do that, we have to fight this guy. This is kind of cool, actually. Okay, that's that then. My Pokemon are all nursed back to perfect health and readiness. Now we can go full tilt against you in battle. I just think it's kind of cool how he set that up. It's like, yep, I'm fully healed, and now I'm going to beat you. He's got a Vigoroth and a Shelgon. He's got some interest. Actually, ooh, I've just realized something interesting about those two Pokemon he sent out, which I will be sure to mention later on, but not right now. Alright, we've got Twiglet and Equilibrium out front. Luckily, Equilibrium is there to take care of that Loudred. That's not Loudred, that's a Vigoroth. Why did I say Loudred? But still, it's a normal type. It's going to be weak against fighting type moves. Actually, this is his only Pokemon, which is kind of cool. Let's see if we can't take him out. That Vigoroth is, going to outspeed both of our Pokemon. Well, it's going to outspeed Twiglet at least. I'm very surprised that that missed. Dragon Breath, is that the one that always does 40 damage? No, that's Dragon Rage. Yeah, that did not do 40 damage, that did 24. I'm okay with that, but it can cause paralysis. Of course. Oh dear. Anyway, as Future Dazza was saying, at the beginning of the next episode, we are going to go around and do a bit of Colosseum battles, but I'm not going to be showing them because I've got at least like 16 battles to do or something crazy like that. Maybe 32 battles, I can't remember the exact amount. I've got a lot of battles to do, needless to say. It's not 32, I think it is 16. It's going to take me a while. I won't even be speeding through them because that's going to hurt. Oh, counter doubles the damage it takes and dishes it back out in one fell swoop. Ouchies. That really hurt. Yeah, like I said, it's going to take a long time to do it. We get some pretty good rewards from doing it, as well as money, which we can spend on potions and Pokeballs and whatnot, because we are coming up to a very tough portion of the game, and I want to be ready for it. I definitely do. Thunderbolt actually isn't going to do anything against this Shelgon here, because it's going to resist it, but there we go. So, oh wow, really? Paralysis? Really? You're gonna paralyze me? But yeah, like I said, we get some pretty neat rewards, and that's what I want to focus on, especially the TM rewards out of the Colosseums, because we need to buff our team up, and there's, I think, maybe 2 TMs that I want to get from doing those battles, so, but still, it's going to be good for experience as well, because I would like to get our team up into the level 60s. It's going to be one heck of a feat, but that would be what I want to do. Anyway, I'm going to hope that RNG is on our side here, and we can hopefully take down this Shellgun. It's not going to go down this turn, I don't think. Paralyzing, can't move. Managed to use Rock Slide, but that's not going to do a heck of a lot of damage. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad at all. I want to avoid using Rock Slide. I think I might also pick up another Protect TM, because I was noticing that I was using Twiglet and Vulcan alongside each other a lot, and there was so many times I wanted to use Earthquake, and I know Vulcan can take 1 hit from an Earthquake and still survive, but that's about it. Wow, Thunderbolt took out the Shellgun. How about that? Alright, so there we have it. This guy is down and out for the count. We can finally heal up here. I have been recording now for 45 minutes. Most of that time has been spent going back and forth healing, annoyingly enough, but we can finally heal here. We can finally save up here as well. And he's gone. And in the next episode, guys, I will start off by showing what we get through doing the Colosseum battles as well as our new team, and then we're going to head up the stairs after Nazgul. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.